Hey, this is my first YouTube channel on this channel, or YouTube video on this channel, and I would just like to say howdy. I have a daughter, and her name is Capella, and she'd probably make this a little more interesting. Let me just get her. Come here. Come here. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi? Are you gonna talk to the people? She is 4 months old. She is 4 months old, and she will be 5 months on the 6th. She was, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about, her delivery day and everything. Before I had her, I was trying to figure out when I had my 38-week appointment or whatever, I was told that she's not dropping, and 39 weeks, she wasn't dropping still. So, that night, I got a call, expecting to carry for like 2 more weeks. I got a call, and they said that I would have to have a C-section done the next morning. So I was kind of freaked, but I went in there, and I had her. I went in there, and what was I doing? I went in there with my mom, my brother, and my friend, and we were all excited, we were all scared, and I went into this labor room, and they told me to get dressed, and they hooked up all these things in my stomach, and they had me choose who I wanted to be in the room with me when I had her, and I chose my mom, and I could have chosen my brother too, but my friend was there, so he stayed out there with him. So we went in there, and I had my epidural, which didn't really hurt at all. It felt like a bee sting, which was true. Yeah, felt like a bee sting. Was not that bad. And would you? And then they had me lay on a table, and my arms were like out like this, and they had a curtain over me, and my mom was sitting right next to me with all this hazmat suit stuff on, and it was like 30 minutes. I don't know, I was numb from like my neck down. I couldn't feel anything. And it was like 30 minutes later, and I heard all these suction noises and all these gross, disgusting sounds, and I finally heard her cry. And my mom didn't look over the curtain, I don't think. She didn't look over the curtain. Can you? She didn't look over the curtain, but she saw her, and she said, "Oh my gosh, Vanna, she's beautiful," and she was really excited, and she was the first one that was able to hold her. And she was really happy for me, even though at first she was excited, but she wasn't too happy about it. I mean, it's not her fault. If she was to have a baby at like 19, I would be pissed too. I know. But, yeah, and so after I had her, they took her from me so I could recover, and they brought her back to the recovery room so I could hold her. And she, I had visitors. I had some visitors. I had her father's mom, and I had my friend and his friend come in there. And he didn't come in there yet. He didn't go in there because he wasn't able to. They only had like 2 people that came back. So it was his mom and our friend. So after they came back, they got to see her. I wouldn't let them hold her because that's like the first time that I was able to hold her. So I was like, she's mine. Leave her here. Just don't touch her yet. I want alone time. I want mommy time. Because I'm a first time mom. my baby. I want to hold her. And, and, I was holding the world, is what it felt like. I felt like I was holding my whole life in my hands. I stayed in the hospital for a week because she had to go to the NICU for, like, breathing problems when she slept. She stayed in there, and breastfeeding was really super hard. You know, harder than it was to start breastfeeding because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what I was doing. And it was just like, it was so weird. Yeah. Everybody says it's like super easy and it shouldn't hurt when they breastfeed, but I don't know how true that is. Whew. But I had to go down there every 3 hours to breastfeed. And it was really tough. I didn't sleep. I could not sleep. I slept for maybe 30 minutes, and my mom had to wake me up while I was in there and told me, you need to go down there and you need to breastfeed her, because the only way I could stay in the hospital and be able to go down there and see her without having to drive to the hospital and then drive back home and drive back was to breastfeed and to keep breastfeeding. And if I stopped, I would have to go home. And I didn't want to do that. So I stayed in that room for a week. I had a C-section, and my mom and all the nurses said that I did such a great job at walking, and I was determined to see my child. I was like, I'm just going to walk down there. I'm just going to walk down there and see her and then come back and I'm going to rest. But breastfeeding problems, I had to pump and I had to do all that, and it was really tough. It was really tough on me, and the first day we brought her home, they buckled her into her car seat, and that minute that she was in there and they shut that door, and I was sitting right next to her with her in her car seat, I was so scared. I thought I was going to be the worst mother ever. I thought I was going to hurt her somehow by accident because I'm clumsy, and I don't know, just a whole bunch of things went through my mind, and I almost cried. I was frightened. I was so frightened. And we got home. I have 3 brothers. They had already seen her prior to me coming home, but I came home, and my brother, my twin brother, he came walking outside. He was like, "Oh, you finally got to bring her home." We didn't tell them. And everybody was like, "Oh, she's so cute." And everybody was being so loud. That first night, I was so tired. I was sleeping on a futon mattress. And that's not the best bed. But luckily, I had her bed right next to mine. And it was very low to the ground, just like the futon was. So she was right next to me, so I could breastfeed. And breastfeeding was so hard. I don't know who said it was easy. I had to use a shield and all that. And I went to maybe 3 lactation consultants. And after a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. And it really killed me. I was just like, I don't want to go to formula. I don't want to go that low. I mean, I know it's basically the same. You just spit on me. I know it's basically the same, but they get more nutrients and all that good stuff from breast milk. So that's what bummed me out the most. But this video was just, yeah, that, you don't want to hear about that. A little about me. I am 19, as I said previously. Are you getting bored? I'm 19. I have a 4-month-old daughter. I had to drop out of school because of bullying issues. I stay at home most of the time taking care of her. I don't really get out much, so I decided to do this. Why not? It occupies me, I guess, watching YouTube videos and drawing, singing, plants, animals. I have a tortoise and a axolotl, and they're both asleep right now, so can't really show them to you. I have 3 brothers, as I previously stated. I have a mom, and I live with all of them. Don't have a dad. My dad, not my father, but my dad passed away in December, I think it was. He passed away in December before I had her, so he wasn't able to meet her. Yeah, but she does have a grandpa, and as my mom's boyfriend, he makes her laugh all the time. She loves him, and I don't really understand why he's gross. Are you just coughing? But I hope you guys enjoy the cuteness of this, what is to come of the cuteness, because she is the cuteness. And hopefully we do a good job at this. And hopefully we entertain some people. Say bye. Say bye. Bye.